Hello. Oh, nice morning. We were supposed to get rain today. June 22nd. Sun is bright. Aston, and for some reason, is eating grass over here. So, going in the shade. He likes eating grass. Like really? Anyway, let's get this camera a little further away. So yeah, Saturday. I gotta work tomorrow, Sunday. I think I might have to shave. Next weekend, we are going to Fargo, North Dakota. I'll probably do some videos down there. It's mostly shopping, but give you guys a little bit of a look. See what it's like in Fargo, North Dakota. So it's 3.5 hour drive from Winnipeg. Not that bad. It's all good highway all the way. Last year there was a lot of construction on the American side and even the Canadian side. So yeah, we're in the backyard. Like I said again, it's supposed to rain today. Doesn't look like it. We're gonna have to do some errands. Oh, sun is in the background. Oh, you're getting all shined out. I see a few dandelions around here, so we're gonna have to take care of that. So, but anyway, I gotta clean up on my week off in July. I gotta clean up the corner here. It doesn't look all that good, so still looking for another 2 certain sizes of pellets from work, and let's go in the gazebo. There we go. We're in the gazebo. So I don't know if we've talked about it before, but the roof in here got a few holes, like very pin holes. So we're gonna have to look at. I can't afford nobody could afford to get a new top for these things. So this is the gazebo. We've had it for 16 plus years, even more. We've been in this house now for this year is 15. So I think we got it 1 or 2 years before we moved into this house. We had this gazebo at the lake at our trailer in the town called Stonewall, and it had a campground there, seasonal campground. So we had a trailer there at one time, and we had this set up on a small deck, and part of that deck is back here too. So the original deck from the camp was this, really. That's what it is. So we just built it onto the old patio that was here next to the garage. So these flowers are starting to die off. Those are the lilacs that we have from last week on Father's Day. I'm trying to get this camera. I'm gonna have, when we're going to the States, I'm gonna see if I could find something better to hold you guys with the phone, and see if there's any other cameras I could maybe get without telling her. I don't know. There's other stuff I want to get, because I haven't made this announcement yet, but I am retiring from Home Depot later this year. That is it. Right now I'm at 17.5 years. When I do retire, it'll be 1 month after my 18th anniversary. And I've got mosquitoes around here. So that will be it. I was going to throw something on the main channel saying that news or something to the effect that something's going to happen at the end of November. But I was going to do that, but I don't know if I will now. But I still might do it. I have over 400 subscribers on the main channel instead of this gardening channel and another flipping mosquito. I don't know if I said it, but I have the main channel, Dad Outside, 424 subscribers, probably 250,000 views for certain things. Like, you gotta go on that channel to see. There's some music videos from 1997 on there. So I pulled from CBC. I had a VHS tape, and speaking of VHS tape and all that, I have a new stuff I got from Amazon, so I'm going to be using it for streaming games, but I'm also going to be using it for old tapes and other stuff that I have I want to save and digitize it. So there's a lot of stuff I want to digitize, and one of the things we're going to do when we retire is do digitizing pictures from the old SLR I had. So I think I'm off on a rampage here, but dog is just relaxing in the sun. We have the air conditioning on too, so. But anyway, like I might be getting more stuff for streaming. We're gonna have a lot of time, so it's gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be announcing on the main channel. I'm not gonna put this video on the main channel. This is just for the Dwayne's Garden, so that's all this is for. But I might just do that. Announce that something's coming up at the end of November. So yeah. Getting back to channels. So I got the main channel, Dad Outside. I got this channel, Dwayne's Garden. I've got Dwayne's Superior Junction Railway, which is my model train channel. I do a lot of stuff on that. I also have videos from my train groups here in Winnipeg. We go to shows and all that. I do videos, and I got a lot of views on that stuff. It's amazing. I just hit 100 subscribers on that model train YouTube channel. Like it's amazing. Couldn't believe it. I also have a gaming channel. I do game. 64 years old, and people just say, "What do you mean you game?" I've been really gaming a long time, but not really gaming like people do now. I've been playing video games ever since the 1970s when I got my first video game when I was a kid, and it was Coleco Telstar, and I do still have it. It is in the storage room downstairs. It works on D-cell batteries, and it just has a speaker on the console. I'll show a video of it one of these days. I'm going to try to get this thing to work. It does work, but the new TVs now won't let it work. So I have to get some kind of a modular system, like a module, because back in the day, you would plug it into a box that would go to your antenna leads in your old TV, and you put it to channel 3 or channel 4, and those are the old channels that you would have for that. Well, the box that came with it is missing. It's been missing for years. I do know it does work. I do plug it into the TVs now with the RCA cable. It does work, but it's you hear it. You hear it in the speakers that it's working. That go like the sound, and you just barely see it on the screen. That you could see actually the ball going back and forth on the screen. It's there, but it doesn't have a modulation properly going to the proper video. This new box I got yesterday, I'm gonna see if it works. I don't think it will, but I'm gonna have to hunt the internet. I know probably there is stuff on eBay. I still have an eBay account, and there's a bug right there. I still have an eBay account I haven't used. Set it up 15 years ago. Never used it, but I think I might be using it to find some of this stuff. So I want to start playing some stuff, like do videos on on Twitch or even YouTube, or just record it because I have OBS Studio, and I have the caption card for certain things. So this box I have that I just got yesterday, it is a AV Video In, which is just the NES, which we have. We have a GameCube. It's at my son's place. That's really his game. I used to love playing on the NES. That was the first real video games that are well known, other than my old original computer I had in the 80s. So the NES Super Mario 3, Super Mario 1. Still have that stuff. I love playing that stuff. Like it's classic. Playing the Super Mario 3. I've beat the game many times. That was way back in the 90s when I first met her. I met her in 1990. That's when we started going out. And she had the NES. And I didn't. I just never got around to buying it when it first came out. I was going to buy it. I was more interested in work and playing hockey, whatever. So we have the NES, the original. Still works. No problem. The jacks that I have for that, there's a couple different jacks. I know the one jacks have the RCA cables. Red and white for the channels, the audio, and the yellow channel. So on this box I got yesterday, the AV converts it from AV video and audio, and it will convert it to HDMI. So when it switches over to HDMI, then you could go to a caption card that you could do for gaming. Like there's Guado. I have a no-name brand that works really well. Like I hooked it up a couple weeks ago to my laptop, and I actually streamed on Twitch, and it was perfect. But one thing, you couldn't hear me because I didn't have audio. That was because all the audio for this caption card comes through your headset and through your controller on the Xbox. Or you could plug in a microphone into this thing, and then you get your audio. So I had to wait for a cable for that, and it came. So I haven't even set it up yet. I haven't even tried it. Big truck won't bite. So I'm gonna play on the NES. Get the GameCube over here, play on that. I have to find, I believe, the power cable or the video cable for my Texas Instruments 994A computer, which I have a whole mess of games like Pole Position, Pac-Man, Miner 49er, if you ever heard of that one. Yeah, I have so many cartridges for that game. I used to play video games all the time in the 1980s with my Texas Instrument 994A. Still have it. It's in the storage room, but I'm missing one component. It could be the power cable or the audio or the video audio going out. So I have to go back and look, and whatever I don't have, yes, I did find both of them on the internet, on eBay. Reasonable prices, around $50. I might just do that. So we'll see. That'd be great to actually stream, but not play it against other people, but just play a game and say, like, play pole position, play Miner 49 or Pac-Man. Just play like one game and post the video on YouTube, just so people see the original retro. This is not the remade little box that you could get to plug into your TV now that has 5,000 games on it. No, this is not that. This is the original shit. So we have the Pong game, the Coleco Telstar, the original game I got when I was 15, 1975, around there, 15 or 1974 when I was 14. It was around that time. My Texas Instrument 994A that I got in probably 83, 84. My wife's NES. Our kids' GameCube. What else? Something but said. Of those games, I think that's all I have. I did have, when I met my wife back in the 1990, just before that, I had the Commodore 64. Had a whole setup. I don't know the hell I did with it. I might have sold it to someone. And that was a bad move. I should have kept it. Then that Commodore 64 was a hell of a computer for the days. Sure, yeah, back then, like 16K, 32K memory. That's all it had. But the Commodore 64 had disk drive. Didn't have hard drive. So that was the second computer I had. The third computer was I got from a friend of a friend, and it was already an old XT. Remember those things? IBM XT that had a 286 chip in it. That's really old. And it was a big flipping box, green monitor, like the green, old-fashioned green monitor, keyboard. Could have been a wired mouse, of course. And it had two external, well, it was really internal, but they were in a box. Two giant, the size of a runner, like shoes. This hard drives were the size of my shoes. Big Horkin things. And it had all these wires coming out of it and ribbon that went to the back of the computer. And it had its own power source. And when these things fired up, because that was the only way to boot this computer, and that was a waste of $500-600 that I spent on this thing because it really didn't work very well. It died within a month, but I think it had a virus. It didn't even have it might have had floppy disk, like a 7-inch channel. I think it only had a 7-inch. But when it turned on, you could hear this thing going bang, bang, bang. The hard drive would just knock in. It would actually vibrate the case of the hard drive because it was bouncing around in there. At that time, I thought that was normal, but I don't think it was normal because the hard drive did finally fry within a month. Like, it just totally disintegrated itself. But it did work. It actually worked. I think it had Windows. It had DOS. I know it had DOS 4.2. Did it have Windows? Probably not. But, so getting back, I have 4 YouTube channels. This one, Dwayne's Garden, because we're out in the garden. In the gazebo. Dog's still over there. He's just lying in the lying in the sun. Life, you know. So, Dad Outside, Dwayne's Garden, Dwayne Superior Junction Railway, Dad 2012, Dad Outside Gaming YouTube channel. That's my gaming one. So that's 4. There is a 5th, but it's not open to the public. It is just videos, family videos that I post and save it to the cloud, because you can put as many videos you want on YouTube on your account. I've got 5. The amount of videos I have on my gaming channel, because of every 10-minute game I would throw it on there. I don't do it as much as I used to. I just throw most of the Twitch games on. But I think I have 500 videos on that YouTube channel. On the family channel, that's only open for family by invitation, there's only about 8 videos. My plan when I retire is all the videos that I made with the old video camera when the kids were growing up, and they are digitized on CD. I will pull those from CD. I probably have the originals on the computer somewhere, one of my hard drives. I know I do, somewhere. And that would be the finished product that I would make by Movie Maker. That will all be thrown on to YouTube on that channel, just to save it on the clouds. Because, so, I'm rambling. My coffee's still in the house. I forgot to bring it out here. I should. I just came out because the dog wanted to go out, and he did his business. But now he just got up. He's been sunning in this, like laying down in the sun here, and it's warm. I actually had to put the air conditioning on this morning because it was warm in the house. So there's a lot of mosquitoes out here. You know, summer. First day of summer a couple days ago. Mosquito season. And we're supposed to get rain today. Hopefully not, because we don't need rain. We've had so much rain now. Like, look at, here's one of the, I have my wood pile bin right here. Still got a little bit of water from the last time it rained a couple days ago. So what we'll do is just pause this for a second, reverse the camera, and we'll take a look at some of the flowers that we have here and some of the other veggies that are coming up and other stuff. So just hang on, we're gonna switch it around. So here we go. There's Austin. Grass is seeds are growing. So here's these really nice. These are supposed to be herbs, but I don't think you use them. I think they're called borage, and I got them from seed. So rosemary's coming up. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Lemongrass, no, lemongrass. Yeah, here's another borage. Just a little, it's dry already. Sweet basil flowers. Well, the dog is back here. So I'm gonna have to plant these creeping thyme. They have really done really well. So I can't see where the camera is, so I can point it in the right direction because the sun is so bright out here. So we have the herbs in the yeast trough. So looking at my peppers, they're growing. I got the old straw in here to keep the weeds down. And we have peppers in these bags. They're growing quite well. Yeah, so these tomatoes are starting to about to bloom here. So we're gonna pick off the flowers so they just concentrate on, yeah, there's flowers coming up. So yeah, and here's the Manitobas. They're growing now. They're finally taken off since I put this straw here to keep down all those flipping weeds. And here's all the better boys. They're finally taking off because we've had a little bit nicer weather with temperatures, higher temperatures. We still have to tie all these down onto the stakes. So better boys, 5 of them, doing really good. So, and the dog is looking for the bunny rabbits. This is a first week of July fix up. Got to clean all this up, throw stuff out. So that's that area. So if we go around here, this is a long video. I'm gonna make a long video. Hell with it. Potatoes, they're just taking off. Like, look at this. The bags are way down here, and look how high these. They haven't bloomed yet. Oh, they're about to bloom. Yeah. I never even got around to adding more soil. There's not much space for soil in here anyway. So the potatoes are finally taking off in the heat. So I'm gonna have to move these bags that are here. I'm gonna move them to a different location because they're not getting enough light. I'm gonna take these chairs out of here, Adirondack plastic chairs, take them out of here, clean the area up, and we got flowers still here. Hanging basket. These are doing good. They're really doing good. Put a hanging basket over here. A little pot over here with marigolds in it. So, and more flowers over there in the wishing well. Can't find my pump for my fountain. Don't know where it went. Pretty well sure I put it in a drawer in the desk, but I can't find it. I'm gonna have to throw all that water out because it's gonna be mosquitoes. Nice flowers in here too. They're doing okay. It's all shade here. It's all shady area. I planted a bunch of ferns from the neighbor's yard last week. So it'll take next year for them to come up. Oh, there's another plant way over there. I think that's one of the plants I just planted way over here. Look at this. This is one of the new plants from the next door neighbor. And it's already doing new shoots. Oh, nice. I thought once you transplant it out of the ground, it just dies. So there's one right there. So, oh crap, that'll be all right. I gotta clean up this table, take it out of here. But look at the plants are just doing so well. There's a fern from last year. It's doing really, really well. Or maybe that's this year. I don't remember. Maybe I put it in here this year. No, that looks like last year. Monk's Hood is looking terrible. That's my mom's original. I believe that will be moved this fall. The grass is coming up after all the seeds I threw down. I just threw it down on the ground and just raked it up a little bit to disturb the soil and the old sod that was there. Look at those flowers. Like that's really nice ground cover. I like that. If we could have that all throughout this whole garden, this whole area where it borders the ditch. So you can see some of these smaller plants in there. Don't even know what they are, but this right here, that's the creeping thyme. So there's a bunch of areas that I put creeping thyme. So here is a weed right here. That could go. We'll pull that. So yeah, creeping thyme is over here. Like this is all creeping thyme. This is all creeping thyme. And when it finally blooms, oh, here's a weed right here. When this creeping thyme finally blooms, there's a borage from last year. Dog went through here. I think there's rabbits living in the area over here. Big bug went on my face here. So we have one of the statues fell over. I'm gonna have to redo the earth around here. Yeah, like there's a rabbit living underneath the raised bed here. So here is a water bucket that I got from the next door neighbors when I took care of the yard next door. The old neighbors passed away and their son told me to grab whatever I wanted from the yard for gardening stuff in this bucket. Really beautiful. These are the borage again. Chives. And look at the zucchini. It's finally growing really well. Rhubarb, the old rhubarb is coming up. Hasn't come up for 2 or 3 years, but it's finally coming up. I did get rhubarb right here in the corner, but it's going to take a year or two for it to come up. Coming up to the loud sound of the air conditioner. The Egyptian walking onions are growing like nuts. So once these seeds get bigger, I want them to get bigger before I harvest them because there's really no seed in there yet. So once these get really, really big and they're knocking over, like they're getting really heavy, and then I'll take them out, dry them up, and replant them again. So we have those ones. And I did have the other plants over there too. New Egyptian walking onions. So these are all the Romas again. So they're finally taking off. They do get a lot of light in later in the afternoon, from noon on, because the house blocks it from the east. But they are finally popping. And probably during the first week of July, I'm going to have to tie them to the stakes. Then we have the Chinese beans are finally growing. My dill is finally taking off because of the heat. I may move that into more sunlight. I did harvest one lettuce in here. There are slugs, so I'm going to have to put some beer out on a few dishes along here to get rid of the slugs. And the mosquitoes are just so bad. It doesn't help having shorts on. And so there's the other herbs. And there's Aston. Hey, Aston. Hey, Buster. Yeah, okay, so hopefully do a chicken today in the barbecue. And here's the beef steaks. They're starting to take off. And more of the herbs. Flower pots. They're doing okay. Chinese cucumber is finally growing. there's more of the Egyptian onions doing its thing, and we have the snow white cherry tomato in a pot. That's the first time I ever did that. And of course the few other peppers and flowers and things like that. So yeah, go back in here. I'm gonna set up the fan in here. I'm gonna set up blankets along here, white blankets, so it blocks the sun because it gets really hot in here. Oh yeah, because of those holes. Remember I said that we have holes from the hailstorm? You could barely see the light coming through. Maybe you might. But I got a product, Flex Seal spray, and I sprayed it on. It's still sticky. That was a couple days ago, but that sealed it. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take, because there's, you could actually see some tape over there from the Gorilla Tape I used one time. What we're gonna do is probably take the roof off sometime this summer, clean it up on the outside, the upper part, the roof part, the other side, clean it up with cleaner, let it dry, and then spray the whole thing down with that Flex Seal. Seal it up on the outside because it looks a little weird with that spots here. But it worked. It's actually sealed it. But anyway, that's the video for today, June 22nd, Saturday. And just walking around. Not gonna go to the front. The front looks nice. Maybe tomorrow before work. We'll see. Maybe after work. But lilacs are still got flowers. There we go. And Aston says goodbye. See you guys.